Morning, everybody. My name's Cross Product, and today we will be bringing you a Super Metroid multi-category randomizer tournament race, week 1 of Swiss matchups between Elfonzyo and sloaters27. Joining me tonight, I have Tracy M, and I'm going to make her do all the legwork and explain what's going on. Have fun.
That's why you wanted to be the introducer. Yeah, I think I could explain a little bit of this. This is the week 1 of Swiss multi-category randomizer tournament. Basically what that means is we're going to do 7 weeks of Swiss. Each week has a different category, which basically means we're going to throw a bunch of different settings together. And this week we have full area randomization, we have no boss rando, and we have full item shuffle. But something new with the full item shuffle that we're doing now is what's called countdown. What that does is that every area, or really sub-area that we're in, there's going to be a little number in the corner that says just how many majors that area has. Now, in this case, what majors are, it does not include energy tanks, but does include all the items that you're seeing on the tracker, plus the grapple beam and the X-ray. So that's 16 total items. We see 3 in criteria, which is quite a lot.
3 is the least I've actually seen. I've gotten a 4, and I played 3 seeds last couple of days. I've gotten a 4 and 2 3s, I believe. Morph Ball has to be here.
Right.
There's a good chance if they don't find power bomb, if they don't find power bombs, there will have to be a second item to break the wall. Actually, that's not true because it's area rando. Wow.
Yeah, could be a super missile instead. But yeah, there has to be some other progression item. It just happens in this mode. It could be a super.
Yeah, and I believe there are 16 items in total, which the HUD will show. 5 beams, 2 suits, 4, basically everything on your item select menu, not counting reserves, and grapple X-ray.
Yep. And we do start with power bombs, which is really nice.
Yeah, so you doing Billy Mays? 3 items, I think I am.
You know, it's a choice. At 3 items, I think it's a good play. The scary part is, with only 5 power bombs, it's essentially a choice between doing Billy Mays and checking out the portal, going the other direction. So we'll see what these guys decide to do. And there's our morph ball.
Yeah, of course we have to do a little damage boost there, which obviously is in logic. So the logic on the Vario Rando site is called Season Races, which honestly has a couple of raise an eyebrow here and there for me. It looks like Elfonzyo is going to be checking the 2 items up in Billy Mays. That's going to cost 3 power bombs out of his 5. But yeah, so typical stuff that you would see, like a continuous wall jump to get across moat, which in an area rando is a screen transition as well, so that's really good. But it looked like there was no snail clip in logic, no missiles and super missile location in aqueducts. Is that correct, Tracy?
You know, I actually would have, we have to kind of look at the snail clip is an interesting one because until last league season, and that's what the logic is all based off of, snail clip wasn't really a question because it was never going to be a major item because we never did full randos. So it is definitely something that we should revisit on that particular setting, but we're not going to do it mid-tournament, so.
Okay. It seems like a lot of the tricks are centered around, this is something you might have to do in an actual Super Metroid vanilla speedrun. Like, actually, the ice clip to get to Shack Tool is in logic, because if you run 100%, you would know that. The, wall jump and everything like that. And continuous wall jump, if you run any % new route, you would know that.
Yep.
The one interesting one that I thought was the screw attack escape. If you have high jump, speed booster, and screw attack, you can escape the screw attack room via jumping through the health refill door.
Yeah, and that's from RBO.
That's an RBO strat. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the only strats that are. I there's probably others that I'm not thinking of, but the biggest one that you don't see in a run are really spring ball jumps, because like how exactly are you going to do a spring ball jump when by the time you get spring ball and have all the stuff you need for it, they're just not really useful anymore. So
Elfonzyo has not checked out that screen transition. I believe that was the upper Norfair top right.
Yeah, I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a heated room. I saw Sloaters piece out of there real fast.
Yeah, it's
I believe it
probably a
was
smart thing.
it was upper Norfair above the wave beam, that transition.
And yeah, Elfonzyo also not checking Old Mother Brain, so.
Oh, went
Oh, he's
back to
going
get
back.
it.
Okay. Whereas Sloaters didn't have the items to do. It just turned out to be missiles. So
Yeah, so
this early, I grab those. I mean, you know, you never know when you might be facing an early Fantoon and want to have a few extra missiles. A difference of 5 missiles is pretty significant at low missile levels in Fantoon.
Yeah, exactly. So we have Screw Attack as the second major item here in Criteria, so there will be one more.
Yeah, this is interesting because he can now do
check some transitions. Or
there's
maybe just straight do Gauntlet.
Yeah, he's got 2 transitions he can check. He can check Gauntlet. There's actually that Screw Attack opens up a lot of things.
That Kirby ship, and it looks like he's flexing too.
Yeah, and thank you, Sloaters, for just using the Kirby ship and not using the Kirby sprite that we saw earlier from Dirksu. So anyone that didn't see that race, that sprite was a thing. You should watch it.
Oh boy, I could see the Morph Ball being Kirby. You know, oh man, do you remember way back in the day when Oster sees the pair Morph Ball sprite?
Oh, yeah, Well, I mean, Sephi still uses his Gagar Morph Ball. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember the Paramorph Ball. I think I called one of those.
Yeah. So Sloaters did not check either of the transitions. There's a possibility that the final major item criteria will be climb supers or the power bombs above the ship, in which case he might not get to see what it is. I doubt that he's going to go and check the climb super's location without having the ability to actually pick up the item. So he is going to come out on 2 transitions here after Gauntlet.
Yeah, and also of note, even if this isn't a major item here in Gauntlet, there's still so many good things. And oh my, it is a major item. That is a speed booster. So now he can
climb supers and get a minor item.
Things. Yeah, he can do all the things in criteria now, but he's not going to because there's no more criteria major items.
So I'm a big fan of this countdown timer. It took me a little bit to get acclimated back to the. It looks like we're gonna see hopefully find an E-Tank or Super Pack here.
Yeah. Literally anything but even a missile this early isn't too bad. But the other miners, a super is really good. Power bomb, you're only at 5 is really good. E-Tank, you've only got 1 is really good. So yeah, it makes sense.
Such a quick check to turn back. Yeah. So it looks like Elfonzyo is also going to be checking this, turning off Screw Attack to, just to get the normal Samus spin jump sprite, which it does make it a little bit easier to see where you're trying to wall jump here.
Okay, so Sloaters found an entry into Red Tower there, but it's not in logic to go that way because you can't guarantee to be able to get back out unless you have high jump or gravity suit. If the tube is already broken, then you can't get back out. You can choose to not break the tube because you can clip in.
Their door was also Red Tower, so...
Yeah, and we're still in Red Tower, which has one item. We do get a second power bomb pack, which is really nice early.
Yeah, the only really troll location that this could be would be the X-ray item, of course.
Yeah, this early you're not gonna... Well, Sloaters is capable of doing the D-boost, but I would expect... I don't expect him to do that here. I just don't think it's worth it this early on this health, but he could do it if he wants to. Okay, he's done it in the past. Or you can just get space jump and now X-ray easy.
Into a minor item.
But yeah, you're not gonna check X-ray now.
I am
space
definitely
jump is attack.
My first impression of the countdown item is pretty positive. Honestly, one of my hangups about previous iterations of Randomizer Tournament was the charge beam coin flip. Right? It's like, do I need to get charge beam? Do I not? And I have to decide within the first 5 minutes of my run. I've pretty much just always assumed I would get charge beam so far. I haven't been burned yet, but again, only 3 races, only 3 seeds. So
yeah, I think with the countdown, like one of the things about regular full rando is you talk about that charge thing is you actually don't need to make that decision in full rando if you just want to pick up everything, because you're going to run into enough ammo on the way because you're looking at everything. Whereas in countdown, you're going to be skipping a lot of ammo. I think charge beam takes on an added importance in countdown, because once that number up there hits 0, you don't really want to be checking all those locations. But on the other hand, what it also does is it says, okay, I know charge beam's not here, so I don't have to look at all those locations to find that
energy tanks. Energy tanks too. It takes a little bit of effort to actually get energy tanks in this mode.
It really does.
You gotta give energy to get energy, I suppose. So Elfonzyo's about to grab a space jump here, and yeah, Sloaters finds the right side of moat, easy going with the space jump here, and another transition right below him in what I like to call the corkscrew room, but it hasn't caught on yet.
Yeah, I like that name. We were using it in League when we were preparing for the area.
I stand corrected. It has caught on, I guess.
So some of us have used it. Oh, see, this is it. Early wrecked ship.
More items in wrecked ship. Wow, and one of them could be right here. Let's see what Sloaters finds.
Yeah, this is not exactly a safe wrecked ship because we do only have one energy tank and no suits, but with screw attack, you can always go back to good old Nintendo power strats. And just super fan tune and be safe by doing
and even the added bonus of having a space jump means that you can have your screw attack animation continuously without having any frames where you're vulnerable to attack, right?
But this is what I was talking about earlier, the fact that there's an E-tank teasing us. The fact that Elfonzyo has not been...
will get that.
Yeah, the fact that Elfonzyo has not been picking up missiles. A 5-missile Fantoon fight? Not exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's even worse than the low percent fight.
It is like the 10 missile. Like the difference between 5 and 10 is extremely significant. As is 10 and 15. Once you get to about 20, then I don't think it really.
Actually, you know what? Maybe if Elfonzyo does intend the, as you call them, Nintendo power strats, or a 4 missile and a super round, which is 1,000. You can do 1,000 damage per round.
Yep.
Without even using a Doppler, right? If you don't mind the enrage.
Yeah.
Maybe Elfonzyo perhaps is playing to his strengths. I have screw attack. I am not comfortable with the Doppler strat, so why even go that way? Just do super and screw attack. And looks like Elfonzyo is exploring the bottom of Red Tower.
Okay, so where is this? This is headed towards. Okay, here we go. We're in Upper Norfair.
That's interesting. I thought that save room was only activated in a boss shuffle.
Yeah, that's something I learned when watching these two. Yeah, in area, I guess they turn on area because just there's too many things that can happen. Like you could be really far away from your last save when you get in here. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Oh wow. Very astute in Upper Norfair.
That's really good.
That's really good.
Even that alone is going to make the Fantoon fight much safer.
Much safer. Like the difference between it does more than just double your effective energy, because every drop now is worth so much more when you pick it up. And Elfonzyo is continuing to ignore missiles. There's nothing wrong with skipping missiles, but 5 is just no. You need more than 5.
I don't know. Does he? Now, the other thing about not having Vario suit for Fantoon is that everything Fantoon does will deal 40 damage if you just have power suit. And so if you have the awkward 30 to 40 damage, you will not be guaranteed health drops, and you will die in the next hit. And if you have exactly 30, you have that awkward situation where you hear the low health beep, but you don't get health bombed.
Yeah, Sloater's a veteran of New Route. Should be fine in this fight.
Yeah, and again, he's got that screw attack space jump already done. Really solid Fantoon fight. And that will yield 4 major items. I'm expecting to see, I'm going to say probably charge beam and 1 other beam.
Let's give him a spring ball in here. It's Sloater's favorite item. Let's give him a spring ball.
It could always be X-ray,
X-ray not
another reserve
useless,
tank. So Elfonzyo turning down the second reserve tank, which would put him in health go mode, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be doing a one tank to reserve tank Mother Brain anytime soon. Skipping reserve tanks at this point is fine, I think, especially with various suits.
It's the same as having 3 E-tanks. You just have to do a refill animation.
Yeah.
Honestly, having a... No, never mind. I mean, the health refill doesn't help. Never mind. Oh, skipping a super missile even.
No, that super is a pain to get, so I can't blame him for skipping that one nearly as much. But this 5 missiles
I
is
think
just bothering
I'm getting
me.
that. That's interesting. So
yeah, I would pick that up. That's a super I pick up as long as I either have plenty of health or various suit.
I'm picking that up unless I have charge and plasma.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Sloaters is not gonna do. Doesn't look like he's gonna do wreck ship E-tank. Gonna skip that for now.
Well, he's guaranteed at least 3 items if he skips one location, right? So that sounds pretty good to me. And also, you know, he does want to check the transition, perhaps. Now, we talked a lot about...
He can't really check the transition unless he gets high jump or gravity here, but he might get one of those things.
That's true. Maybe he's thinking, I'm going to find 3 items. Maybe I'll find something to get me through Forgotten Highway. Now,
yeah,
honestly...
I think Spring Ball does it. It doesn't do it in logic.
I would honestly prefer to get the check more transitions. So we talked a lot about what the countdown means, but we didn't really talk much about area rando, which we have seen a little bit of in last year's tournament.
Right.
But what's interesting about Wrecked Ship is that there are 2 nodes, right? So there are a few areas that have 1 node, being Crocomire, Kraid, and Torian.
Yep.
Some areas only have 2 nodes. Wrecked Ship has 2 nodes.
Yep.
Lower Norfair has 2 nodes.
East Meridia.
East Meridia has 2 nodes. Yep. So by going all the way to the end of this, Sloaters may find a dead end, and if it's well, I think I cursed him on that X-ray scope.
There's X-ray.
Let's get this E-tank, and we have speed booster, so it looks like it's going to be probably just go and grab the reserve tank location. Oh, it looks like Elfonzyo got the major item. Ice beam.
Yeah, it was an ice beam. Yeah, ice beam's a nice find.
It's extremely good. You know, aside from getting through Torian faster, it does also mean being able to get through the pre-brought Toon room, which no matter which side of East Meridia you come into, you have to go through the pre-Batoon hallway. So maybe maybe it indicates a suitless Meridia. I know that's what chat's hoping for. Whenever I'm running, I kind of like I like looks like
I don't mind the occasional suitless Meridia. Just make sure give me
and Slaughter slipped right off of it.
and there is that wasn't okay. So it wasn't lower Norfair. It was single chamber here.
Yeah, it was upper Norfair above the.
It's still heated, so
single chamber.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's still heated. And essentially, I mean, it's the exit to lower Norfair, so kind of easy to.
All right, so both of our runners in energy go mode. So depending, Sloaters. I don't know. Sloaters has some more transitions to check, and as you said, unless he finds something to get through Forgotten Highway. What if it's Spring Ball? Can you get through Forgotten Highway with Spring Ball?
Logically, no, but I think you can. I think it's doable.
Would Sloaters get through Forgotten? Is that a wave beam?
I mean, if anybody's going to use Spring Ball tech to get through Forgotten Highway, it's going to be Sloaters, right? Wave beam's nice. I mean, just a fun fact: the name of the race room is Salty Spring Ball.
Picking up 25 missiles here now. We have 1 runner with Ice Beam, 1 runner with Wave Beam. So if they find Charge Beam, that's, I believe, 240 per charge shot with Ice and Wave.
I believe that's the number. It is 100 shots on Mother Brain or 100 shots on Ridley. So
even with that combination, I think I'm stopping about 20 to 30 super missiles. 30 super missiles for Ridley is always nice in case you have low beam damage. Now this is where
we got 2 items left here.
Elfonzyo, maybe you should have grabbed the super or more missile packs.
Yeah, another reason to have some extra missiles.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have to do that gate glitch. There are other ways to get around there.
True.
Meantime,
did we check the clock door yet?
Floaters. You skip.
Oh no, no, this might have
Oh
been.
my god.
No, he missed it. He forgot.
He just. I mean, it's weird because when you think any percent muscle memory would check that, but
You know what the best part? Okay, so here's what actually happened to Sloaters. Sloaters thought, okay, I'm guaranteed 2 items, or there's 4 items in Wreck Ship. If I skip the E-Tank location, I'm guaranteed 3. So I'll have 1 left when I finish all that. And then he finishes all that, and he says, the HUD says 2. Why does the HUD say 2?
that's when you check your mini map, and it tells you that you didn't do that area.
Space Jump gonna make this room real nice. And it's Grapple Beam.
Grapple Beam.
Wow. Do we have Suitless Meridian in the works here?
Yeah, that's a Suitless Meridian tell. Now, we don't have high jump boots, but we do have Ice Beam.
We also don't have any doors that lead to West Meridia, so...
Not yet.
Or East Meridia. But, what doors do we still have to check? We're checking the Croc door here, I think, for Elfonzyo. And...
Yeah, this is an odd route for him to take to get here, because even without being able to do that gate glitch, he could have just gone back up to Bubble Mountain.
It's Meridia!
Yeah, he's not doing that right now. I mean, you can't without, high jump. Oh my god, Sloaters!
Yeah, 1 hit from these spikes or the platforms is gonna spell the end here, but makes it out
there's a reason we call it Spiky Room of Death. That is
in that room. I don't know what you're talking about, Tracy. Especially not during the 100% item tournament. Yeah, we did. Sloaters did save before Fantoon and has the knowledge on which items he actually has to. These crabs also are 1-hit kill at this point.
Yeah, they sure are.
Shifts to the left, Sloaters. The energy refills to the left. Oh boy.
Where is this taking us? I think we saw this from the other end, did we not?
Yeah, it's just okay.
Right, Red Tower.
Yeah, Red Tower has, what, 6 doors? 2 at the top, 1 in the middle, 3 at the bottom.
Yeah, it's a big hub.
I believe that it has more transitions than any of the other areas. Speaking of which, we have not yet seen Green Brinstar. We have not seen Kraid or Crocomire or G4. Though, did we see both of the Kraid entrance doors?
Well, I mean, that's top of
so how does the logic feel about forcing you through the fish tank room down to Main Street? Will it do that to you?
It will do that. It actually happened in an earlier race today.
Immediately. Yeah. Alright, now Elfonzyo is gonna have to do a little gravity jump and quick morph, and or he just wanted to save. Or he missed the jump and decided I might as well save. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is actually a pretty odd choice to save this. I guess once you break the tube, if you don't have a recent save to reset to, then you're just stuck. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with breaking the tube, but just you're not going to be able to... Once the way you get up there is with breaking the tube. I do believe there is a gravity jump you can do through the door. This is a little tricky, but you're not going to see that very often.
Jump boots, without high jump or gravity, that's the only option to check that transition, and as you said, it wouldn't be in logic. So, Elfonzyo without grapple beam, okay.
Yeah, this is in logic.
How does the logic feel about putting you in fish tank to grapple beam across Mount Everest to check beach with ice beam and no high jump boots?
Yeah, it's a thing that can happen. Like I said, happened in an earlier race.
Elfonzyo went down. Elfonzyo. I don't know why I keep saying his name right and thinking I'm saying it wrong. Elfonzyo checks the crab supers, and we'll be able to get to 1 door transition. And now there's also 1 to the left of the map room, which is a 1-way at this point. So
these are all 1-ways.
Well,
but we do find our way to Green Brinstar, so that's
Green Brinstar for 1 item.
With 1 item in Green Brinstar, that's terrible.
There are so many locations here, and we're gonna come up on the first one here in Green Hill Zone. Let's see what Elfonzyo finds.
In the meantime, Sloaters has his various suit.
Yes, Sloaters is in go mode? Question mark.
He needs at least high jump boots if he wants
I
to do
don't know
Meridian
about
without a gravity
that.
suit.
I don't know about that. Well, to get out
Yeah.
of Dragon's room, I
Yeah.
don't know about that. Actually,
No, he's gonna keep
Sloaters
looking. He's not calling himself in go mode yet.
Okay, so wait, check me out. So when you come in through the Forgotten Highway entrance, oh, we found our good boy Crocomire, and one item, so which isn't too bad. There are some quick checks here and one slightly longer check, two slightly longer checks.
You know, I think I would skip with only one item in Croc. I would check the other entrance to in Green Bryn Star, and maybe see what other items I can pick up real quick.
I don't know. I mean,
It's
there's
a
no
long
sign of
fight
gravity
for
suit
just
yet.
nothing.
I mean, we need gravity suit and we need charge beam, and I mean, plasma would be nice. High jump boots would be at least nice if
Elfonzyo
required.
needs charge beam. Like Sloaters has been picking up ammo on the way, and I figure if he has to skip charge beam, he should be able to end up with enough ammo. But Elfonzyo just turn down every single missile. Gotta turn down this missile, even though it's literally the freest item in the game.
That's an item transition. All right. He is adding time back in with lag, I think, by moving to the left sooner.
Yeah, there's literally no freer item than that one because the way the fanfares work. You just because the lag and stuff. If you're not picking it up anyway.
Down the toilet. Use ice beam to get across the midi dragons into the left door. As long as you get past the first couple of hurdles, you're fine because you have that spot. Well, actually, maybe there's a sandfall you can bomb jump and then. Anyway, assuming that's the one choke point, right? The left sand sewer. But then you get the door that warps you back up to the aqueduct farm room. You've got grapple beam.
Or you can just find gravity suit here.
No, Elfonzyo is gonna find gravity suit here.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting find because it'll be interesting to see if Sloaters does Croc or is like me and decides, nope, I don't really want to kill Croc for one item. My thinking process was that go see what's in Green Bryn, see what the door transition is there, and then on the way back, hit up Croc if you're still missing stuff.
And this was, I believe, the main street door took us in the Green Bryn Star, and Sloaters may be a little reluctant to check that. Since, as you said, it's a one-way. Well, maybe I think it's all that's left now. Now, the funny thing is, Elfonzyo may have, ironically, been at an advantage. Having fewer items, the one item at Crocomire is definitely more tantalizing. And, okay, we're going to start grabbing super missiles now. With no sign of any beams yet. And, I mean, we might actually see an item in Lower Norfair. I have yet to see an item in Lower Norfair in one of these.
I think I've seen one in a few races. Now, Sloaters, on the other hand, didn't get the ice beam in Upper Norfair. So it's very interesting that he didn't dig out that item.
So yeah, I was thinking, okay, with Sloaters having grapple beam and assuming he had gotten ice beam, he might be reluctant to do Crocomire, whereas Elfonzyo, hey, I need ice beam, high jump boots, gravity suit, charge beam, plasma, like, there are so many more things on Elfonzyo's shopping list that he's more likely to take a dive into Crocomire, whereas Sloaters may or may not. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, we have enough energy tanks without reserves to beat the game now, on both sides. Ooh, nice climb up Red Tower for Sloaters. That's always a fun one to see.
I didn't even know it was possible to get through that room without falling down 4 times.
I can't do it. That's not entirely true, but it sometimes feels that way.
It's not entirely true. What if you have ice beam?
Yeah, imagine having ice beam for that room.
Yeah, what is this? Your first playthrough? I used to get ice beam. I actually used to get ice beam in my early any percent runs. I think mostly for my favorite
high
item.
Jump boots. That's a good one.
And now Elfonzyo can do suitless Meridia.
Hey, there you go. There's one item in Lower Norfair here.
And it's not that E-Tank.
So what that means, so Sloaters is going to have to get one of those items, the high jump boots or the gravity suit. By the time he gets to Crocomire, he might have checked more stuff and be ready to just do it in hopes that it is one of those things that'll get him either to doing Suitless Meridia or doing or getting just flat out getting the gravity suit.
So Sloaters does technically have enough ammo to kill Ridley here, although
he's got plenty because he's got power bombs
and power bombs, right? Probably
he's got 20
will
power bombs.
Would still pick up a super missile pack. I think.
For sure. I think you pick up any projectile ammo at this point.
No, he just skipped he passed the Hoda Ruby missiles.
Oh, that was pretty free if he were to take it. So yeah, you're right. Okay, he's taking this one though.
Well, okay. When you check Hoda Ruby missiles, you're thinking, I still have 2 items to check on my way down into the key hunter room, right?
Yeah.
Now this is the last item before the key hunter room, and you're like, all right, maybe I'll get it this time. I have fewer chances to get that super missile pack and get that luscious, super delicious 30 super missile count. Alright,
or potentially
the major item that's I believe we still need to check the noob bridge or the middle like the top of Green Hill Zone.
We saw the croc transition.
Oh, okay, there. I'm sorry, chat. Thank you very much, Kirby fan in chat, pointing out that the top of Green Brinstar was in fact the G4 transition.
Well, there you go.
So Elfonzyo has no choice but to turn around.
So this would have worked out fine for me because I would have done the croc play on the way out.
Yeah, I think Sloaters does a reverse amphitheater in hopes that it's Kraid. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean he's got enough energy for it. It's a little bit tight, but
it's not. Gravity suit really helps. Gravity suit, although gravity suit does not mitigate any damage from the acid, gravity suit will allow Sloaters to move. Would have allowed Sloaters to move more freely. But without high jump boots, that's a really tough reverse amphitheater. Like if it's in logic, then it's one of the tightest item sets to put it in logic.
And what you do there is you take a save, not just because you're worried about dying, but also because
actually, all right. So we're looking for. So we didn't check the map, did we? The Meridian map transition, I believe, is still unchecked.
Yeah, he's doing that right now. But I was gonna say the reverse acid dive. What you do is you save before it, but not just because you're worried about dying.
I just realized something.
Because you want to be able to reset if it's nothing.
All right, so Kraid either has to be behind the reverse amphitheater, or it has to be through Forgotten Highway. And out of those two, the Meridian map will be the other one.
Okay. Sounds reasonable.
So yeah, both pretty troll, but I would argue that reverse amphitheater is more troll than the other.
Well, it depends on the runner. So Sloaters.
Oh, that's true. We also have Aqueduct. Oh, did we check Meridian map?
No, I don't think so.
Now I'm confused. Oh, it might actually be. Oh, it might actually be like reverse amphitheater through Aqueduct to Kraid.
Yeah,
so there's gonna be two zones back to back with a 2 connector, and then with Kraid, and then one of those two might have Kraid on the other end.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is if it's at the wreck ship connector, then Elfonzyo is going to have an easier time because he's just going to be able to go do it right after he does wreck ship. Whereas Sloaters, if he finds Sloaters, ideally it'll just be Kraid. If it's Sloaters gets the East Meridia into something, then that's going to be problematic. Although, did we see the East Meridia?
No, we've seen the
elevator,
like the upper
right?
toilet. We saw upper toilet elevator. That's it. We have not seen the aqueduct door. So it's the aqueduct door, Forgotten Highway side of wreck ship, and reverse amphitheater.
Right.
And one of those will be Kraid. And it might actually be Kraid at the end of a very long dead end. And we were gabbing away. We missed an excellent Ridley fight from Sloaters going in there and just having enough missiles.
Oh my god, Charge and Plasma sitting right next to each other.
Hey, it's the microwave kit.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Alright, it's too bad X-Ray wasn't at the beach. That would have been funny.
Okay, so Sloaters, Sloaters is going to go ahead and do the reverse acid dive. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to farm here, especially with Screw Attack to get
Yeah,
out.
I would think so.
I
And
do
then-
expect him to save so he can reset if it's nothing.
Right, but it honestly could lead him to Meridian Map, which would take him to a dead end because he can't get through that room. That would be terrible.
Well, yeah, that's why you save, so you can just reset to the save point if and when it's nothing. If it's he kind of needs this right now. I mean, you know, Sloaters is one of our top runners, but Elfonzyo is his item set is just so much better right now. He just needs to find the things, whereas Sloaters, still needs several more items before he can get into any real sort of go mode.
Yeah, Elfonzyo taking a second, perhaps checking his notes or his,
Yeah, you see that in areas
trying to figure out which transitions. Yeah, a lot of times it's faster to take 5 seconds and remember where you're going and make the best route.
Yeah, so here's the save.
All right, this is guaranteed reverse amphitheater here, right?
So this Sloaters really wants this to be
Elfonzyo hesitating a little bit here. So it looks like Sloaters is pretty confident in knowing which doors he needs to check. even with the reverse amphitheater. Sloaters also having more progress done with 2 bosses down. We can check off Ridley here. Did Elfonzyo even do Fantoon yet?
He's not even been there yet.
Okay, so Elfonzyo is not even done Fantoon. All right,
the first thing you don't want to do when you're doing this reverse acid dive is hit a pirate. That's not a good start.
And this is where he's going to feel the lack of high jump boosts, I think.
I think he's got enough time to still make it, but it's going to be awfully close. Okay.
What are you talking about? He has a full energy tank left over.
Now the thing to do is you go up top here so you can hit the Mickey missiles while you're at it. And Elfonzyo, meanwhile, has found his way to Lower Norfair. Oh, and there's Spring Ball.
That's look at that.
That is a really, really good find for Sloaters, not just because he loves Spring Ball, but to find it there and not have to worry about finding it in the GT area is really good. So he can just go ahead and take this transition now.
Yeah, in Sloaters' mind, GT could have gravity suit, right?
Yep. So here's the interesting part. If this takes you to a transition that you don't want to go to, now I would just reset that Spring Ball.
Do you want the Spring Ball?
I would be very sad to reset that Spring Ball.
Is this Spring Ball required?
But this is Sloaters. Is he gonna keep that Spring Ball instead of resetting?
I don't think so. He'll have to forsake the Spring Ball because with the door knowledge that Sloaters has right now, Spring Ball won't actually be any logical progression for him. Like, yeah, it'll get him out of Dragon, right? He doesn't need it for Mount Everest because he's coming in through the top and he has Grapple Beam. Like, there isn't anything that he needs Spring Ball for other than doing a full suitless, which I doubt is on the table for him.
I don't understand why he's going. He's got the
energy
item.
refill?
Maybe just the energy refill.
Oh, so he definitely wants to keep the Spring Ball then, right?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I'm gonna hand that one over to Speed Booster and no high jump boots. Yeah, the only thing I can think is he wants the energy refill because he plans on going back through Amphitheater.
Well, he doesn't need the energy to go back through Amphitheater, though. Because the asset's not there.
The asset's not there, but you don't have high jump boots.
Oh, he's got a spaceship and Screw Attack. He's fine.
Okay. Maybe he got mixed up and forgot the difference between 0 and 1.
Definitely a question for him. Yeah, if we get him in for an interview.
Yeah, are you taking notes?
No. I should.
Elfonzyo,
I always say I should take notes.
I probably opt to do super missiles. Yeah, I meant to actually have like a map in front of me and start keeping track of the connections, but I took a nap.
I know Kip tries to do that, and usually it seems like about halfway through something happens, and you just, so I'm just like, yeah, never mind.
Okay, so this took us to Upper Norfair, which is a door I completely forgot about. So what the heck's even going on?
Oh, it's the other side.
Okay,
so this is not good for Sloaters at all. He really can't go. With
He can
spring
go
ball,
right
yeah,
to
he can
left.
do this.
Okay.
He can do this with spring
space
ball.
jump. Space jump is
This
the key item here.
Yeah,
Space jump.
this is still not in logic, but with spring ball, he should be able to sequence break his way through this. His other option is to go back.
No, I don't think he'll even need to do a spring ball jump because he'll have just enough height with space jump. All right, so
Well,
we
we're
have a
about to
really
find
fight.
out.
We'll have a really fight here for Elfonzyo, having a really nice beam combo. Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, here's
Oh, he
your
can
problem.
crouch jump. He can crouch jump. I win.
There we go. There we go. Sloaters, you had it.
You owe me a sandwich.
Well, if you come to SG Live, you can collect on that.
Alrighty. Oh yeah, by the way, SpeedGaming Live. Never too early to start talking about that. I believe tickets are on sale. There's probably a chat command here. Baby.
Hey, there you go. And there is going to be a Super Metroid tournament there, so completely relevant.
Elfonzyo not having done quite enough damage. Each of these charge shots without wave beam is going to be 600. So that's equivalent to a super missile against Ridley. Maybe missed a shot here or there, needed to pick it up. And let's see what's behind Ridley.
I don't remember, but we've seen it. I think it was just supers. Yep.
Aha. And Elfonzyo says, no thanks, I have charged plasma ice.
Yeah, now it's fair to at least skip supers. I still 10 missiles is pushing it.
So Sloaters is looking for that croc transition to get gravity suit, and high jump boots were
at wave gate.
Oh wow! So that's it's actually kind of unfortunate that when Sloaters does get to Green Brinstar, it's just so many checks. I mean, at this point in the game, you're thinking like, all right, let's wrap it up. We're 40 minutes in, you know.
Yep.
I should be finishing in the next 10, 15 minutes. And then you get to Green Brinstar, and you're like, all right, there's like at least 10,000 items in this in this place. So like where Red Brinstar is with door transitions, there's just so many door transitions in Red Brinstar. That's Green Brinstar for items.
Okay, so Sloaters looks like he's finally going to go down this transition. This will get him over to an area where he wants the
left. And did we actually find all of the items in this area? I don't think we've seen the Mama Totori room
well,
yet.
we got the plasma and the charge beam up at the
that's
hall,
part of it.
I don't remember what the other item was, or if we even saw it.
Yeah, and Elfonzyo, first of all, if he decides to do a reverse amphitheater, it's going to be much easier with gravity suit.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
Second of all, if he comes out to wreck ship, like that's money in his pocket.
Right. Okay. Our tracker D were reminding us it was bombs. I believe that was at Mama Turtle.
Oh, you are correct.
So Sloaters looks like he was going to try and go that way, but without high jump boots, I don't think you can do that even with the space jump. So we're just going to go into the Green Brinstar area. Sloaters sees that there's just one item. We'll see if he does do Croc here. Even if he doesn't, I could see him doing it on the way back.
Is there reverse slinking is just so much easier without and gate in the way.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, definitely shout outs to Dweb for tracking for us. And then also make sure you all follow the runners Elfonzyo and Sloaters. This is week 1 of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament Swiss rounds. I think it's 6 or 7 weeks of Swiss.
7 weeks, yeah, it was
7 weeks. Okay, we have enough entrants that it's 7 weeks of Swiss.
Yep.
So you follow these runners if you like what you're seeing. I'm sure they're going to be doing plenty of practice leading into week 2. And after week 1, you know, they'll know what they need to focus on. Except they won't, because it's multi-category, so they're going to have something else to deal with. I think it's
they'll know what the next category is.
Next week? Well, they know what it is.
Yeah.
But
you'd think as an organizer I'd have all these weeks memorized. I don't. I have no idea what this week is.
Why do you think I commentate with you, Tracy? It's like you have the deets, right? It's you know what's in logic. You know all the intricacies of this. Like if you guys want to win your race, commentate with Tracy, and you'll learn all the secrets because she's a tournament admin or something. I don't know.
Okay, so Sloaters is going to be really happy that he did this. He's going to get his gravity suit. In the meantime, Elfonzyo is going to find the backer wreck ship, which is good for him because, well, he hasn't done wreck ship.
Yeah, gravity suit and not quite enough ammo for your mother brain.
Nah, he's a lot more supers. But if he goes
They-
through Green Bryn, there were a bunch of supers there, and if he goes and checks the items, like there's 3 items in West Meridia, and you know if he checks those, he'll be able to get the charge plasma, and for him it'll be full beam combo.
If I'm
well, no,
sloaters,
he
I'd
doesn't have
probably go.
ice. Never mind. He's never getting ice.
Wow, that was like vanilla or something, wasn't it?
Which
Ice beam? Or no, it was in.
Ice was in.
It was in the
Wreck Ship
vanilla.
Sorry, North
area.
Yeah, so it was in the same general vicinity. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm sloaters, I think I go straight to West Meridia and hope to find charge beam. Even with like, what a strat! What a player!
Nice.
I don't think that saved any time, but I loved it.
Yeah, we'll see how much of this he checks because I mean he's gonna get if he does wave gate, he's gonna immediately get.
Ooh, looks like we are going the ammo route here.
I mean, those supers are right there. You pick them up. This is a lot of checks for ammo.
Great Bryn Star.
You thought about turning down that E-tank.
I saw that.
Nice Shine Spark out.
Yeah, so as far as the Shine Spark across the top of Green Hill Zone, it looked really cool, and it just like, it harkens back to, alright, we're skipping super missiles now. It harkens back to the, my door rando days where you don't know where you're going, you just Shine Spark through a door just for the heck of it. Also, SM Arcade, you get bonus points for doing that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, I don't think it saves time because the crash animation just costs a lot of time, especially when you have space jump and you can just jump across stuff. But like I said, swag is worth some points.
So that super missile skip from Sloaters is kind of telling. I wonder if he's gonna just seek out charge beam at this point.
Definitely is.
Still got one major item in Green Bryn Star.
Yeah,
he's gonna check this transition. He's gonna see Turian.
Yeah. I mean, whatever this is, and it could be Kraid, right? Like, he's still looking for Torian, still looking for Kraid. Yeah, it is Torian. So, like, that's good knowledge for sloaters. Checking door transitions is key in this mode.
So I believe we saw one end of Meridia. I think it was the elevator end. So the other end has got to be Kraid at this point.
I still remember our co-op race where we last location that aqueduct door transition, and we knew it was G4.
Oh yeah, I think that was you and Ace though. That wasn't because you and Ace and me and Ace.
Hey, you're on our team.
Yeah, that's right. I was watching.
You know what?
I called maybe race, actually. Now that I think about it,
why he picks up a regular missile pack. That might have just been reflex, though.
I mean, for every 15 missiles you pick up, that's every 3 missile packs you pick up, that's 1 less super you need. So
that's true. So we're looking at.
So 3 more supers. Yeah, 3 supers, or if he gets 2 more missile packs.
And he knows where one is, right? Like, he skipped one at charge missiles. That's right. That's one there. He only needs 25 more missiles at this point, right?
Doesn't really need this power bomb.
If he's on point with his speed skip, which I believe in sloaters, I think that he is. And just like that, we're done Fantoon for Elfonzyo. 4 items in wreck shit, but are you getting any of them at this point? I think
I'm
not.
Elfonzyo, no way. Like, you have like the only thing useful is wave beam, which we know is actually here.
And I already
you're playing sloaters. You gotta just go.
Elfonzyo knows where the G4 transition is, and have you seen both sides of wreck ship? I'm not sure. I think he came in the Forgotten Highway.
No, he came in Forgotten Highway. He doesn't know what's on the other end of this.
So yeah, so he's really hoping to find Kraid then. And we are getting an item check here. Wave beam would be a nice find. Showing some hate for Spazer. I have seen Cephalov in chat,
you're
I'm sorry,
Sephi. You don't have time for that. You just don't.
He's actually playing sloaters, but I know what you mean.
Okay, so now we're at 70 missiles. We only need 2 more supers.
There are definitely some Spacer lovers in chats. Not just Sephi and his posse. So, alright, if you were Cephalon and you came across that Spacer at this point in the race, do you pick it up? Do you leave it on?
I only pick it up if I don't have plasma.
If you were Sephi, though.
Oh, we're Sephi?
Who knows
Pretty
what you
certain
would
he
do.
just skips it. Okay, so Sloaters is gonna skip the major item. Which unfortunately for him is high jump boots. He should be fine. I mean, he's fine with that. He's got space jump, he's got speed, but he's just gonna notice the difference.
I mean, high jump boots are way better than space jump. Come on, Tracy.
Nah, I love me some space jump, but don't turn down high jump boots. They're both great
Sloaters
items.
has a little bit of a. I just noticed that Sloaters' palette's a bit off, and has a cool little.
Yeah, he's got the pretty
like,
purple.
glow. He's got like phase on suit or something.
That's like actual purple as opposed to the pink color that the normal suit has that people like to call purple, but really
it also had this really cool like glowy effect on the morph ball.
Yeah, I forget which hack this is.
Sloater's checking his map, thinking, all right, what's over here? Have I checked the map station yet? Can it be Kraid? And what do we say? Kraid's on the other side of Aqueduct, so what?
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
Back in Norfair.
Yep, and Aqueduct was heck if I know. Was it single chamber? No, single chamber was behind Morph Ball.
Right.
It was probably one of the business center doors, and yeah, just both runners actually taking some time here, trying to wrap their head around where all their door connections are.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if was it this one? Yeah, there we are. Yeah, East Meridian. 0 major items.
They're both looking for Dragon right now. Huh?
Yeah. Well, Sloater's found her. There's a lot of items here he can pick up because he can do after he kills Dragon if he doesn't have the ammo he needs. He's got 2 sand pits he can check. He can do plasma beam on the way out. I mean, there's
minimally needs 1 super missile pack. So
yeah, ideally he gets a little bit more than that, but yeah, 70-50 is enough. It's that bare minimum where you got to refill after a couple of door opening.
Yep. So, which is actually the optimal way to get... So this is a little quirk of the area randomizer where the door to the left of Sand Sewer will actually warp you back up to Aqueduct.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it has to go that way.
Yeah, I don't think that going through the Mom Claw pit and falling through the sand is faster than just going through the toilet room.
I mean, when you add boss order to this, that could potentially be open, so you can just go through Cack Alley.
We're gonna add boss shuffle to this. It's a multi-category tournament.
I mean, there will be boss shuffle, and there will be boss shuffle with area, so that will come into play. But this particular week, we are not doing boss shuffle, so that is not an option to get to Dragon. Okay, so I expect to see a check of these 2 items. It's a very quick check, and it gets the super. This is go mode for Sloaters.
Sloaters with the 5210 go mode. It has a little bit of an edge on Elfonzyo as far as progression, and Elfonzyo looks like
it's going for this gate again.
Still,
see, it still has only 10 missiles.
Okay, well, I can accept him having 10 missiles at this point, though.
No, he skipped so many early, though. Like, it's a good thing for him. Like, he would not be in this race at all if he hadn't found Charge Beam. Like he 100% needs that Charge Beam.
I think that there's no situation where I stop at 10. I think I get 15 missiles literally all the time.
Yeah, 20 I think is a really good number to stop. 20 is a really comfortable Fantoon missile number, so it's kind of a nice number to stop at. If I don't have Ice Beam or Charge Beam, I'll often go higher. I can't do speed Zeb skip, so if I don't want to have to be refilling a whole bunch of times for killing Zebs.
It's possible.
I mean, Sloaters has 2 more chance to up his ammo count in this area. That reserve tank ain't doing it. Although he could go down once. Yeah, I suppose he could go down one of the sand pits. If he wants to check there. He also
he does want to, right? He'll go left unless he's really comfortable with his ammo at that point. He's gonna go left sand pit. No, wait, that does not go down to Main Street because it's area rando.
No, I'm actually
I don't know what I'm talking about.
A little surprised he doesn't pick up that missile. Like just the extra missile allows you to open doors and not have to refill. But Sloaters chooses not to take it.
It's true, yeah. Maybe he's not planning on getting baby skip. He doesn't have high jump boots after all.
I mean, it is doable to get baby skip without high jump boots, but there's only one person I know that actually will do it.
You can get a blue suit and do baby skip,
yeah,
Tracy.
There are ways. Well, you just watch it. I shout outs to Simo, who has decided that's the thing they're working on to get that bootless baby skip. Doesn't really save time, but I'm hoping
that was solid. Oh man, that was
a really nice Dragon.
That was a really nice fight. But I was grinding out some shine sparks on Dragon last night, and finishing off Dragon and ending on the back of her head where you don't take 10,000 chain damage. That's really nice too.
Yeah, there's another missile that could have helped Sloaters out. I mean, at this point, I just would take any projectile ammo that I can get my hands on. I disagree with skipping the missiles here. I mean, again, 70-50 being that bare minimum number, the equivalent of 40-60. So, and just even not having to worry about refilling after opening doors, I think makes a huge difference. So, yeah, I'm really surprised Sloaters just keep skipping those things.
Well, Sloaters is really confident in his mother brain fight with ammo, but will he be confident enough to skip the save at the bottom of Torian is the question. And even with a save, I mean, Elfonzyo's about a reset behind right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, there are 3 item locations in Crate as well, and
we'll probably see all 3 of them from Sloaters.
It's not going to be a beam, I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
There's 0.
Yeah, we've accounted for all our major items between the 2 runners, I believe. Sloaters, that's 3. That's the equivalent of a super that you've just skipped.
Well, if I skip the first 2, I'm not going to get the one that costs the most time.
Well, I would have gotten all 3 and then been like, okay, now I've got all these extra missiles. I don't have to worry now.
But yeah, like you said, it does. If it is going to save him a refill after baby, then it'll be pretty solid. And there we go. Wait, Elfonzyo is actually doing Crate before Dragon, it looks like. So don't be deceived. There is no sync here.
No. Like, this is Sloaters' race to lose.
Textbook, very good.
But his ammo count, like I said, is just so sketchy that. And there's 4 Sloaters. Just pick up a damn
think
missile.
of all those item fanfares. There's gotta be a super missile in Frog Pocket, am I right?
No, you're not right. It's his last chance to get something. Now he can go down a sand pit to go back up because he's gonna have to do that anyway. So he'll go down one of the sand pits, and so he's got 2 more shots to get an item.
Will he save and check both sand pits? I doubt it. If he's skipping item fanfares.
No, I mean, yeah, you don't check anything extra, but take the missiles that are in your way, please.
One other important thing to note.
Yeah, no E-tank.
Come on, so if you're not picking up missile packs, you're not getting that E-tank.
There's no reason to get the E-tank. I am 100% on board with skipping E-tanks here.
So another important note here is, because this is area rando, what does that mean, Tracy? When we go down the Torian
we're going to get a refill on the elevator. Yeah.
Yep. So we don't need to farm for super missiles. Sloater, is it? He's going to check a sand pit. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So he has to go
he can then take the turbo tube back up and
turbo tube
or toilet. I go with that. See, there's another missile. Come on, Sloaters, just pick up one of these missiles, please.
There you go.
There we go.
Wow. Listening to commentary. I'm just kidding. Oh, he's gonna get both. I mean, this was his last ditch, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else he can check at this point. So
yeah, what if he was like, all right, guys, I need one more super missile pack just for safety. There's probably going to be one in the right sand pit.
Surely
And then you
one of
get
these
there and
is
it's
a-
2 power bomb packs. What if you?
Oh,
What
that'd
if
be
that,
so bad.
Sloaters?
That would have been. I mean, he still. I mean, he
Hey,
he still has
Sloaters!
it
I
though.
think
He still
Shaq
has
Tool
it
might
out.
have a super missile pack.
Yeah, we're not going to Shack Tool here.
Plasma's on the way. Good call, Tracker.
Check plasma. No, D-Web. We're not checking plasma beam.
It's between Plasma and Shaq Tool. Sloaters, you should have checked the left sand pit.
I mean, maybe the left sand pit has those 2 power bomb packs you're talking about.
Maybe
so-
Elfonzyo will check the left sand pit and vindicate us. Again, we're just going to ignore all drops because we get full energy and full ammo as soon as we go down the G4 elevator.
Yeah, it's sad. Between the 2 runners, we have microwave beam, but neither of them had it on its own.
Yeah, did Elfonzyo get the wave beam or not?
No, wave beam's in wreck ship, and by the time he got to wreck ship,
so we're still. I mean, 10 charge shots against Dragon, still not too bad. Although 2 super missiles equal a charge shot, so pretty close.
I mean,
kinda
he's
like-
got so
yeah.
many supers here. He can just use supers on Dragon. It's pretty well effective.
That's true. You're probably not getting 2 super shots on Dragon per swoop either, especially after she builds up some speed.
Dragon down for Elfonzyo. Now both runners just have to make their way over to Torian. And there's no reason for Elfonzyo to check the item, so he's just...
That door
leaves
transition was
immediately.
atrocious. You know better, Sloaters.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
went for the reverse slinky again with no high jump boost, but hey, there's no gate in the way. We gotta ask him about that too. Write that in your little notebook there.
yeah, the non-existent notebook, you mean?
Yeah, that one. Write it down. Write it down with your invisible pen. Yeah, Elfonzyo, a really nice beam combo and ammo count. Just not even going to bother checking his sand pit. Takes the optimal route back to the transition. So that was a little bit of time save that Elfonzyo itches back towards Sloaters a little bit.
Yeah, just being able to not having to go through sand pits, having already done Kraid. That's probably what he was thinking. Actually, when you think about that, routing's pretty nice. The way he did it.
Yeah. And by that point, Elfonzyo knew it was going to be Kraid, right? I think both runners have checked all the transitions.
Yeah, I think that's all that was left.
All right, here comes the magic refill. So, all right, let's take a look at Sloater's ammo count. So we want 40-60 or 70-50. So basically 10 extra missiles of ammo. Well, four on top of that. So 14 extra missiles of ammo.
Yeah, because
Oh, we're also missing ice beam on Sloater's end, so it's going to be a little bit slower getting through these Metroid rooms.
Sloater's a veteran of doing this.
Honestly,
with
like
power bomb,
this is going to be. This is going to be down to execution on Sloaters, making sure to finish that mother brain.
Yeah, basically he needs to not miss. And shout outs to a power bomb drop there. Everybody who's ever come into Turin with only 10 power bombs is like, what? Where was that for me?
Yeah. Shout out to my low speed runners. Let's go.
Yeah, including I do recall there was a race in League Season 2 between him and Cutie that came down to Cutie getting a power bomb drop, getting the power bomb drops in Turian to go straight through with 10, and Sloater's not getting the power bomb drops.
Now, if you're playing area rando and you're coming to Turian with 10 power bombs, Does that mean you clear room 1, then go up and down the elevator? Do you get your power bombs back?
I mean, that is a choice. I mean, it's easier, whichever way you choose to do it, whether you try and bet on those power bomb drops or not. It's definitely easier because you're just going to get a refill from the elevator. And he did get a second power bomb drop in this.
Yeah, I mean,
variant.
Let's also not ignore the fact that he has 25 power bombs and not 10.
I know. Well, I mean, I just have to point it out for every one of us who's ever gone into Torian with 10 power bombs.
Tracy, let's see your high jump list baby skip here. I believe.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Fingers.
No.
Me your fingers, guys.
Yeah. We'll commentate one of Simo's races and see if Simo goes for it. But yeah, Solars isn't going to go for it. It doesn't even save time, so.
I mean, that's true because you're not getting the health drops without Ice Beam. And Elfonzyo about to enter Torian as Sloaters hits the energy refill. And like we said, I mean, Sloaters, I think, has to get this Mother Brain fight first try. Even with a safety save, I don't think that's going to help.
I'm going to open the door here and then refill the missiles. I really like that. It doesn't actually need to do that, but it's right there.
Oh, he does. Okay, so he has 10 extra missiles, we said, right? So he has 3 doors to open. He refills here. He uses 8 missiles, 3 on the Ghidorah.
He
doesn't have to use a super on the Ghidorah. It's equivalent to 3. So 3 on the Ghidorah, 5
yeah, he's going to be 80-48 going into the Zeb room. And he's going to speed Zeb skip.
Yeah, and we are getting a save here from Sloaters.
Yeah, because fun fact...
Oh, Elfonzyo fell in the decor pit.
Elfonzyo, no! But fun
and
fact
interestingly, not shine sparking out, doing some wall jumps.
But when the reason you use the super missile there and you don't use the missile, it's essentially 300 HP that you're giving up to use the super missile. Whereas you're giving up 500 HP using regular missiles. So the math says you use unless you're going to refill. The math says you use the super.
Now, Sloaters may have enough buffer for 1 reset here.
Yeah, the fall into the decor pit definitely helped.
We do also, like, Elfonzyo also has high jump boost, which is going to save a little bit of time toward the end.
So he needs to hit 63 missiles here to make up for the 21 supers he doesn't have.
You're a math teacher, aren't you?
Yep.
Do you talk about this in class?
Nope.
Like, if Sloaters has 39 super missiles going into Mother Brain,
that would be a great word problem. That would be a great word problem, but my students probably would go, huh? Mother Brain? What's that? I've only played Metroid Dread or something.
Oh man. What?
Okay, looks like he got through. There we go.
So this looks like a lock for Sloaters at this point. So Elfonzyo still has to get through a few rooms here. With this Mother Brain 2 phase complete, the only thing I could think that could go wrong for Sloaters is getting an animal surprise, which I don't even think is turned on.
In these settings.
Why do you hate animal surprise, Tracy?
I don't hate animal surprise.
You're the admin. It was up to you. It was your decision.
I mean, we've never turned it on for season races. Now, when League happens again, it'll no doubt be on for the multi-week.
We have a number of runners that love the animals, and unfortunately, sometimes animal surprise forces you to do horrible things.
Yeah, shoutouts to Blue Plasma Spark and Ponk, the stereo animal savers. So.
Ponk, I think, is the only one who can save the animals blindfolded, and also beat Super Metroid blindfolded.
Also true.
Double Babby. Alright. So Sloaters is going to have 30 shots against Mother Brain 2. Neither of our runners have enough energy for a stand-up glitch here. Elfonzyo's got the crystal.
He doesn't have charge beam.
Elfonzyo actually has the crystal flash ammo here.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, that's actually no. We can't do it because he has reserve tanks.
You're right. Unless he wants to do some super cheeky shenanigans and do it during the Mother Brain 2 intro.
Yeah,
Which is a tighter window in Randomizer because they cut down the animation.
Don't do it.
You can always do it while she's charging up Rainbow Beam, right? Well, actually, can you? Because if you lay the power bomb,
I've never seen anyone try that. You should test that.
what would happen? I think I have tested it. I forget why. I think I was doing some testing for dash flush strats.
I mean, you are one of the kings of esoteric strats, right? I'm hoping we get. It would be great if we got. I mean, I don't know if you saw the King of the Hill run with some of the strats that he pulled off, but it might be fun to see you two go against it in the Swiss rounds.
It's a Swiss round, so anything can happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
After I win my race on Friday, then whoever is 1-0 has a chance of racing against me. But yeah, Sloaters hitting up the escape here. Again, no high jump boots, but
this is the room I feel the lack of.
Combos.
Yeah, this room right here is the room that I feel the lack of high jump boots the most. Like right there, right? Sloaters was that last jump that Sloaters was doing is one of them, one of the spots.
Really nice behemoth spark here. Will we save the animals?
He's not saving the animals.
Right, and Mother Brain 2 starting for Elfonzyo. And we're gonna have an imminent GG from Sloaters here. Oh no, he fell in the Leodox 2 rune.
Poor Leodox, now getting a new room named after his.
No, don't do it. I'm good friends with Leodox, and he'd be cool with it. Hey, flexing Kirby, GG.
Yeah, GG's to Sloaters, finishing with an official race time of 1:10:06.
Yeah, and Elfonzyo in the catch-up phase already for Mother Brain 2, so pretty good race. Elfonzyo with good decisions early on, getting the important items sooner than Sloaters.
All the missiles. I mean, in the end, he got charge beam, so it was fine. But he could have picked up one more pack or two, and it would have been. Yeah, okay.
Honestly, like even skipping a few super missile packs, Elfonzyo might be in the escape during this Floaters finishing, you know. But I think even if Elfonzyo went down and got the minimum of 10 super missiles, what's that, about 8 seconds per fanfare?
Nah, the fanfares wouldn't have.
All right, math teacher.
The fanfares aren't going to make the difference. 35 times what did you say?
8 seconds or something.
Arithmetic.
Yeah, that's like
I don't know. I'm not
4
doing
minutes.
That math.
That's 4 minutes. No, it's not. It's not. It can't be. There's no way it's 4 minutes. 40 minutes? No.
And we do have Sloaters joining us. GG Sloaters.
Hello. Thank you.
So let's see. You missed charge. You missed high jump.
Yeah.
You missed the baby.
You got Springball.
Listen, be faster to talk about the things that I didn't miss.
that missile pack in Right Sandpit, yeah.
Yeah, I was because we got to 70-50, which is bare minimum enough. And then you just kept skipping missile after missile after missile, hoping for that one super pack that would just make everything that much easier.
Yeah, I figure somewhere along the path there's probably going to be a super, right? The chances are good, but and then what's funny
had a super pack.
Yeah, what's funny is after I did all that and I was running through like by Croc's door, like bottom of Upper Norfair, I was like, oh shoot, there was a super missile like right there that I scouted out earlier. I could have just grabbed that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the one at Croc Escape. I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, so I mean, I knew I would find the ammo, but I was like, really, are they gonna do this to me right now?
Yeah, but you did end up picking up a couple of missile packs just in that last sandpit at the end. I mean, I don't know about you, but just having a few, just the comfort of not having to open the doors before refilling, and and then just having that little extra leeway.
Yeah, I think being able to miss 2 supers, I feel pretty confident, like not saving if I have that much leeway. So usually I don't miss any, but like, you know, if you miss one, then you can be like super careful from there.
Yep. That sometimes just that extra careful. Yeah, I mean, it was really interesting because Elfonzyo found most of the things before you. He got his Varia suit before you. He got his gravity suit before you. I was a little worried about whether you were going to even go to Croc because just the one item. It's like, yeah, it's definitely something I would have considered skipping.
How about that reverse slinky though? I saw you go for that multiple times with no high jump boost, but hey, there's no gate in the way, right?
Yeah, it just occurred to me. I don't know if I've had a seed like this before where it happened. I was like, wait a minute, there's no gate here. This is a free attempt every time. I gotta go for it, even if
absolutely.
you know you can't really get it, but you gotta try your best.
Yeah, and then there was the funny part where you're going back through the acid dive and going to the other end of Lower Norfair, hoping that it's Kraid, of course, and it turns out to be the other side of Wreck Ship. And
So
you know,
also
at that point,
you're
and you could have reset, but you got Spring Ball. Like, is he gonna reset Spring Ball?
And in any other situation, yeah, you gotta reset there. But I would get flamed if I reset after grabbing Spring Ball. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to check the transition anyway. At that point, it could have been G4 or Kraid, right?
We knew it wasn't G4, but we hadn't found Kraid yet at that point. So to our mind, it could have still been Kraid, and to your mind, it could have been either one of those.
Yeah, I mean, also I knew I left that transition. I couldn't really like check it at the time when I was at Wreck Ship. So on the one hand, I was like, this is dumb. But on the other hand, I was like, well, at least I know what that is now, so I don't have to like worry about that later if it was Kraid or something.
Yeah, and of course, you know, I guess it was probably faster to go through that way, especially since, I mean, you managed to, I don't think it's in logic to do that without gravity or a high jump, but I mean, you managed to get through just fine, as opposed to going back down Lower Norfair, having to do worst room in the game and all that good stuff. Although with space jump screw attack, it's not too bad if you do it back that way.
Yeah, probably not in logic, but I wasn't even really sure how much health I needed. I haven't like done the science on doing the like amphitheater dive. I was like, this is probably enough. So that was a good learning experience for me too.
Yeah. In the meantime, we have Elfonzyo finishing up with an official race time of 1:14:25. GG's to Elfonzyo.
GG.
It's like he's in the setup room, and he just needs to come on in.
And while we're waiting to interview Elfonzyo, make sure you go ahead and follow these runners as well. Links posted in chat there.
And there we have Elfonzyo. GG's.
Whew. Thank you. GG's to Sloaters. I can just say, like, my heart was racing when I didn't see a dot done at the start of Mother Brain.
And
then, as soon as I started, I see that dot.
Yeah, been there.
But I thought it was going to be much more of a blowout from Sloaters, because I know his movement is much better than mine.
Well, you had a few advantages on him. He never found high jump boots. He never got charge and plasma, so he had to do a whole lot of extra ammo searching. And you know, overall, I think your route just worked a little bit better. Overall, he did a very early Wreck Ship, and you know, and you know, it's Sloaters, so he has no trouble doing what was essentially a 80% new route Fantoon fight. But you just had a much easier Fantoon fight, so.
Yeah, I didn't even check like to the right of the ship until much later, because I went all in on the blind gauntlet check.
Yeah, you both did the gauntlet check. I mean, that early it makes a lot of sense because even if it's not the majors, there's a lot of items that are useful.
Yeah.
I do gotta ask you, Elfonzyo, what is your problem with missiles? You got your 10 and you're like, that's it. I'm not picking up any more missiles.
7 seconds.
It wasn't even 10. It was 5.
No, he got 10. He got the 10.
Okay, I eventually got 10, but you did pass out multiple missile packs at the 5 count. No charge beam, no sign of Fantoon.
If you hadn't found that charge beam, you were in a lot of hurt trying to get your ammo for the rest of the way. And also for Fantoon, I don't know if you've ever done a low percent 10 missile Fantoon fight. Those are not fun.
It's better with Varia and Gravity Suit.
Oh, for sure.
Attack
Yeah,
and
so-
space jump.
And you had charge plasma by the time you got there. But if you'd got there when Sloaters got there, then you would have been in for a interesting fight.
Probably. Yeah, sometimes I like to, just for like Fantoon, I like to pick up 20 missiles, but I needed to. I was just thinking about who I'm going against, and I need to pick up the least amount of items I possibly can. I went a little bit over on supers because I have trouble with Ridley's using the charge beam at times. So I wanted to make sure I got that, even though I did go in with below 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once I was done with Ridley, like the routing was the best part about it because
your routing was pretty good.
I knew I had to find what was at the front of Lower Norfair, and finding Kraid at the other entrance of East Meridia was fun. I know I had to take care of Kraid first, and then like the routing is probably the most fun part about area rando.
Yeah, big agree.
Yeah, and I think we both did a very nice job of routing. It just was interesting early on that while Sloaters was doing the wreck ship, which had like 4 items, but I don't think none of those items were particularly consequential. Elfonzyo was finding Varia and finding gravity and finding movement with the high jump boots.
Yeah, I think I checked like 1 item in wrecked ship at the left side. It was Spazer, so I threw a super missile into it.
Yeah, we saw that. See, you're not willing to spend 7 seconds on a missile pickup. You're willing to spend seconds on a super to the Spazer beam.
Yeah.
I see where your priorities are.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that was round 1. I wish I remembered what the next week's settings were, but are there any week settings that either one of you are looking forward to?
Honestly, I have no clue what the other ones are, so
Fair enough.
I guess I'll have to answer that.
I'm bringing it up. Major, minor, plus light area, plus boss shuffle.
Is that next week? Ooh,
Yep.
light area.
How does light area differ from what we did today?
So what light area does is all the transitions in an area have to lead to another transition that would normally be in that area. It's just they won't all be in the same place. So your Lower Norfair entrance will be off of something in Upper Norfair, for instance. I think that's the easiest example to go off of.
I'm still confused. Make sure you follow the runners and watch them practice this week so you can catch up.
There you go. But yeah, let's see. Is there anything else either one of you want to add before we go ahead and close this out?
I'll just say GG to Elfonzyo again. That was a fun one. Kind of a trolley route that I took, but yeah, it was a fun one. I'm looking forward to the rest of the matches in the upcoming weeks. Thank you for the commentary, Tracy and Cross.
Absolutely, Sloaters.
You're welcome, and thank you.
I do have one more question. Where was Wavebeam?
In wreck ship.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget exactly where. I think
it was the one that Sloaters forgot.
Oh yeah. No. Was it? No, Spazer was.
It was
oh, you're right. Spazer was
for the reserve
was
tank.
Right, yeah. Spazers. So
I guess I gotta ask about that. What happened there?
Yeah, I just forgot.
Okay.
I told you. So he's like, all right, I'm going to skip the E-Tank. I'm going to get at least 3 items here. You go through Bowling Room and you come out and the HUD still says 2. And you're like, what just happened?
Yeah, the math.
Well, while I'm back in here, I may as well check the E-Tank location and get both majors.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it then. We do have more races on schedule for Restream. Starting at SpeedGaming 2, this should already be going on. That is, actually, this is a really good one. MM2 Nest Cartridge versus a Real Cutie. Over on SpeedGaming Main, right here, we have Ace Zero versus Sasha Boss. That will be at 8, 9, 10. At 11:10, we have Count Cranberry versus Scott Troid. And at midnight, 12:10, we have Papa Schmo versus Slow Guy. The last two, the 11:10 that's on SpeedGaming 2, the midnight one on SpeedGaming Main, and of course all sorts of races, all on the schedule. More to come tomorrow. So hopefully you all tune in for that. We're only in week 1, so we have a long ways to go. Lots of Super Metroid Randomizer coming up.
Thanks for watching, and see you next mission.
Yeah, thank you, Cross, for asking me to come with you, and shout outs to DWeb, our tracker. Trackers are MVPs, and yeah, we'll see you next time.